All right, let's talk about building a killer brand online. We're going to dive right into a quick 5-minute masterclass, pulling everything straight from our source material to give you exactly what you need to know.
This is the billion-dollar question, right? You're scrolling, I'm scrolling, everyone is constantly scrolling. In a world this crowded, just showing up isn't enough. You have to be the thing that makes people stop. And that's exactly the challenge we're going to tackle.
So why does this matter so much? Well, let's be real. Your online presence isn't just a part of your brand anymore. For pretty much everyone who finds you, it is your brand. It's the first handshake. It's your main storefront. It's everything.
And look, if you nail this, the payoff is just massive. A strong brand online is like a beacon, drawing people right to you. We're talking more visibility, tons of trust and credibility, real engagement with your customers, a serious edge over the competition, and the ability to pivot and grow. This isn't just about surviving online, it's about absolutely crushing it.
Okay, so where do we start? Every single great brand is built on one thing, a solid foundation, and that is its identity. And listen, we're not talking about logos or colors yet. This is the deep, strategic work you have to do before anything else.
So what even is a brand identity? The easiest way to think about it is like it's your brand's DNA. It's this one-of-a-kind combination of your mission, your core values, who you're talking to, and what makes you special, your USP. Honestly, getting this part crystal clear, it's the most important thing you'll do.
Yeah, think of it as your brand's North Star. Seriously, every decision you make, I'm talking everything from the colors you pick to the way you write an email, has to point right back to that identity. If it doesn't, you're just going to get lost.
Okay, so you've found your North Star. Now what? Now it's time to draw the map, and that map is your brand style guide. This is the blueprint, the rule book, that makes sure your brand looks and feels the same way everywhere, all the time.
We talked about DNA before, and that's exactly what a style guide is. It's that genetic code. It's the playbook that guarantees consistency. And let me tell you, that consistency is how you build real, lasting trust with people.
So how do you build one? It's actually a pretty straightforward process. First, you lock in your essentials. That's your mission and values. Then you get into the fun stuff, the visuals like logos and colors. After that, you define your tone of voice. Then you write down the rules for how to use all of it. And the last step, and you can't skip this one, is to review and update it regularly. All right, let's fly through the key parts. Component 1, your logo. The guide needs to be super clear on how to use it, and maybe even more importantly, how not to use it. No stretching it out, no changing the colors. 0 exceptions. Next up, component 2, your color palette. And look, these aren't just random pretty colors. They create a feeling and emotion. Your style guide has to lock in the exact codes for each one so that your brand's vibe is always consistent.
Component 3, typography. The fonts you pick, they become a subconscious part of your brand's personality. So the guide lays it all out. This font for headlines, that one for paragraphs. It keeps everything looking clean and instantly recognizable.
And the last big piece, component 4, tone of voice. This is all about how your brand sounds. Are you funny, serious, super professional, and buttoned up? The guide defines that personality, so every word you write feels like it's coming from the same place. Okay, so you've figured out who you are. Now it's time to figure out who you're up against. The best way to think about this is like you're a coach studying game tape before a big match. You're looking for an opening, a weakness, a way to win. First things first, you got to know who's on the field. You've got your direct competitors, the ones offering pretty much the same thing you are. But don't sleep on the indirect competitors. They solve the same problem for your customer, just in a different way. You have to watch both of them to see the whole picture. A really powerful tool for this is a SWOT analysis. It sounds complicated, but it's not. You just map out your competitors' strengths and weaknesses. That's their internal stuff. And then you look at the external opportunities and threats they're facing. All of a sudden, a bunch of messy research turns into a really clear map of the battlefield. And all that work leads you to the golden question: where are the gaps? Where's the empty space in the market that only your brand is perfectly built to fill? That's it. That's where you find your winning edge. All right, you've got your identity, you've scouted the competition, now it's go time. It's time to execute. So here's a rapid-fire playbook, a checklist of the stuff you need to do to bring this brand to life online. First up on the checklist, optimize your website. Think of it as your digital home base. It has to be easy to use, look great on a phone, and be packed with content that actually helps people.
You only get one first impression, and this is usually it. Checklist item 2. Leverage social media. And I mean leverage it. Don't just blast out posts. Find out where your people actually hang out online and go there. Talk to them. Build a community. Remember, it's a conversation, not a megaphone.
Number 3 on the playbook, utilize content marketing. This is all about creating stuff that's genuinely valuable. Think blog posts, videos, how-to guides, anything that answers a question or solves a problem for your audience. That's how you become the go-to expert and build massive trust.
Next up, and you can't ignore this, SEO. That's search engine optimization. I mean, what's the point of having an amazing brand if nobody can find you, right? SEO is the magic that makes sure you show up when people are searching for exactly what you do.
And the final play in our book, monitor, analyze, and adapt. This is so important. Building a brand isn't something you do once and then walk away. You have to keep an eye on what's working, look at the data, and be ready to change things up. The internet, as we know, never stops changing.
So at the end of the day, a brand is so much more than a logo or a product, right? It's a story, and it's a story that you get to tell every single day with everything you do. So I guess the only question is, are you ready to start writing yours?